Welcome everyone, I am Tock Custom with TNT Cosplay Supply, and I'm here again with...
Tiffany from Tiffany Gordon Cosplay.
Thank you for coming back. Actually, yesterday, I know this is the second part of our video, we produced Yuna's staff in one day. This is a one-day build, and today, what are we going to be doing?
We are going to be airbrush painting it and sealing it, and also attaching a wee little bell at the end.
So we'll have full paint, full weathering, a full top coat, and then the rest of the accessories that go with this. So in 2 days, we should have this whole thing done from start to finish. Anything else before we start?
Nope, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it. Now, to paint our prop, we're going to be using a line of different color Plat FX paints that we are going to be running through an Iwata airbrush. That's Tiffany's. Then we've got some flow improver, and this is just for cleaning the airbrush. Now, we've already done a video on airbrush tutorial stuff, so if you missed that, please go back and watch that. Otherwise, we're going to show you how we're going to paint this with all these products. All right, Tiffany's going to show you how to mix your paint with the thinner properly to get the right consistency.
We're first going to start off with this blue paint, shaking it really well beforehand. We're going to do about 1/3 in the cup, close that, and then shake our white one, and then we're going to do probably about a little tiny bit on top. I don't do exact measurements. Followed by some airbrush flow improver. This paint's a little bit thicker, so you'll need a little more. Put together, hand on top of the hole so it doesn't go everywhere, and shake together.
All right, now Tiffany's going to do a little bit of testing before she starts spraying the prop.
Okay.
So that looks good.
Okay, so we're first going to spray the color on this section, here, here, and then of course on the other side. Trying not to spray as much over here, but it's okay if the paint goes onto it because we're going to cover that later. You don't want to apply it too heavy because you don't want it to start dripping on you. So good for that for now, and we'll come back and do a second coat on it. Okay, so that's all of that. We're going to go and do it on the other side now. Okay, that's the second side.
All right. All right, so Tiffany's going to mix some darker blue for a different section of the staff now.
I'm going to use some of the paint still left in the bucket from the previous part, and then we're going to use this darker blue and mix it on top. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of the airbrush flow improver to it as well. So now we are going to paint this whole section all the way down to here, the now mixed darker blue color. Okay.
Okay, so that's coat number 1. While the staff is drying, I'm going to airbrush the cord that's going to hold the bell, which is the same color. This is leather cording.
The way I do it?
How do you do it?
I tape it to a table on either side, and then I paint one side, wait for it to dry, flip it, paint the other.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah, this looks like some broken science experiment or something, but...
We're repurposing the sanding
it works.
saws.
All right, so our cord is painted, and that looks very good. And now our staff should be about dry, so Tiffany, I think, is going to do our second coat on the staff now. Okay, so what are we doing now?
So all of our blue parts are now painted, and we are going to mask it off to paint our other sections. We're going to use some just normal paper as well as some tape. And yeah.
Cool.
Tape, 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 tape.
Okay, so at the bottom of our prop is supposed to be a silver jingle bell. We've got gold ones here. So I sanded this a little bit. I'm going to take this outside and prime it with some aerosol plastic dip, and then come back in and hand paint this with silver.
All right, so we have all of the areas masked off with the pieces of paper and masking tape. Now what we're gonna do is a base coat of black airbrush paint over the areas that had a little bit of extra blue spray. And then from that, we will go into the gold paint. Alright, so our gold is all mixed. We also, for this, because metallic paints are a little bit more thicker, used an airbrush thinner. And we're going to paint the bottom sections gold, which will be this little ribbon spot, and then from here down. We've got these sections painted, so as those dry, we are going to flip our staff and paint the top half gold now. Right, so our top half is all nice and pretty and gold. We now mixed a little bit more of the gold with some black, and we're going to go in on all of the edges and do a little bit more of a darker shadow. Okay, so we just finished airbrush painting. All the top half are nice and wonderful gold color. So next we're going to mask this off with paper and masking tape, and we will go into painting silver.
All right, while Tiffany was masking off the top part there, I airbrushed the bell so that it is nice and silver. We'll probably do one more coat on this. And now she's going to be doing silver on these parts here, which should look very nice.
All right, all silver. So our paint's all dry, and I mixed a color of the silver with some black, so we have a little bit of a darker one, and I'm going to go in and add some shading, and we'll probably add a little bit to the bell too, just to bring it a little more to life.
Yep. Now for the last color, we've got our leather wrapped handle. So Tiffany's going to mix up kind of a burgundy or leather kind of color that's going to go right here. Once that is dry, then we will begin to unmask everything. So she's going to make a very unique color using a combination of our paints here.
Okay, our color is all mixed, and now to airbrush paint our last section.
All right, so everything is painted and dried, so now Tiffany and I get to remove all of the masking tape and paper. And that was good.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty, and here is our prop. So pretty, so pretty.
This looks amazing.
Yeah.
Excellent job. Big props go to Tiffany for airbrushing the entire thing. I offered to help, but she said she loved painting too much, so she got to do pretty much all of it. So the last things we have to do are slight detail painting and then attach our bell. So we're going to do some detail hand painting real quick.
Okay, now we're going to work on attaching the bell with our leather cording. So I'm just tying a knot right here.
We'll put a drop of super glue gel in here, and that shall never come apart. Good. All right, this thing is done. It's time to show this off.
Yeah.
All right, so we are all done with this pattern, and this is Tiffany's pattern that she made. You can find it on her shop, but what do you think? How did this turn out?
I think it turned out great, yeah.
I'd like to show off the handle and the bell there. Yeah, there we go. But the colors look good. We did not clear coat this yet, so I will do a clear coat, and then we will take pictures, but even without, that gold metallic is very shiny, and I love the blue accent there. So
yeah,
excellent painting and overall construction. This was pretty simple. We built it in a day and painted it in just about 2.5 hours, I think. Right. I want to offer a big thank you to Tiffany Gordon for coming all the way out here and helping us with this. Make sure you follow her on all of her social media platforms, which I think are all just Tiffany Gordon Cosplay or
Pretty
something
much.
similar. And also her website, which is TiffanyGordonCosplay.com.
And I've got tons and tons of blueprints there, specifically for this prop.
And dozens of others.
Yeah, like Overwatch, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, whatever.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, anime ones as well, so check that out.
Cool. Also, she does do YouTube tutorial videos. She streams on Twitch. She does a lot of photo shoots. You're a competitive cosplayer as well now. Okay. Well, you and I were a finalist together last year at TwitchCon.
Yeah,
so
that's like the exception.
you are now officially a competitor. But please make sure you check out Tiffany Gordon's work. She is a phenomenal cosplayer. Once again, thank you so much, and thank you for being part of these videos.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So.
Okay, that was actually a very good outro. There was... I think that was pretty damn good.